Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joy Sando. I made a video about my theory exam, my experience, and I promised to come back and share with you about my driving experience here in the Netherlands. And I got my license about 4 weeks ago. And if you are working on your driving license and you keep going to the exam and failing, don't stop, keep going, you will get it eventually. Don't give up. So I have some tips for you for your driving exam. First of all, I would like to share my experience, how my experience was. So I decided I'm going to start, I want to get my driving license. So first of all, I got my theory, because that's important. If you have your theory, then you know about the rules, the signs. Here in the Netherlands, you learn about them, and they are important when you're driving. So go first for the theory and then your driving license. And then I chose a school. I already shared my experience about theory. You can watch my previous video and you can learn some tips there. And for my driving, I also googled a school. I googled the best driving school in Amsterdam, and then I got this Safeless, and had an incredible teacher. He was very tough, but I love that. I love when you're tough on me. I don't cry or feel like you're too harsh on me. I love that. I keep going. I learn to accept the criticism and correct myself, not to repeat the same mistake that I've been told over and over again not to do. So I keep that in mind. And he was a good teacher who eventually started his own school called what is that school called? Rijles Oost? Yeah, I will put in my description box. He started his school called Rijles Zuidoost, something like that. And then yeah, I went there. Well, if you call the driving school, they will send a car to you and an instructor to give you a proofless. Proofless is like a test driving lesson. It's free, and they use it to see how strong your driving skills are, and what level they are going to put you in. And the driver instructor gives you advice on how many lessons to take. So they usually have packages, and then you choose different packages with different prices. So I started with 20 lessons. You even have 25 lessons. So if you are new, don't have any experience, just start with the most package, because eventually it's cheaper. So I started with 20. It was, I thought I could learn quickly, but they take this very seriously, and you have to be really good. And I come from Kenya, and there people drive like crazy. I went to a driving school there. I got my license, but when I came here, it was like, you have never stepped in a car before. So I got my license. I've been driving with an automatic car in Kenya, not so many times, but once in a while, just to see. But yeah, here they take it very seriously, and I wanted to learn how to drive a manual car, because I want to know how to handle both cars. And yeah, so it was like I had zero experience. So I took my lessons, and I ended up taking very many packages, and that can be very disappointing. If I took like the first 2 packages, and the teacher said, okay, I said, okay, I think I'm going to do the exam. But yeah, I went and I failed. I actually drove for 5 minutes, and the instructor said, we're going back because you are dangerous on the road. So yeah, I kept going. I did not get disappointed. I called my instructor. I said, okay, I failed and we have to keep going. I paid for the next package and started my lessons again. And then after that, I would give you a tip. Do not go for a driving test first. First choose trial exam. They call it a trial exam. It's cheaper, but they don't it's not a real exam, so you cannot fail on it, but you can see how they are doing it there. If you want to get an experience of the driving exam, how it is, they will tell you, and also they will give you tips on which points to strengthen or what to work on your driving. So for the first time, you don't have to choose a driving exam. Just to choose tell your instructor you would like to book for a trial exam, and then later, after you are better, you can choose for a real driving exam when you are really ready. So I kept doing the lessons, and it comes tip number 2. Tip number 2: do not just expect to get everything from your driving instructor. These people want to make a living, so of course the more you stay there, the more they earn. So do some extra work yourself. For example, watch YouTube videos. There are some driving teachers who have made YouTube videos, and they were really helpful. They give very nice tips. So Google Rijles in the Netherlands. You can Google that on YouTube and watch. Doesn't matter the language, and you can see how they are driving. You can see you can receive the tips. You can see how they're doing the special maneuvers, because you're going to be tested on special maneuvers, and also on your driving, and also on going to the highway. Another tip: call a friend who drives and ask them to join them in the car for a ride with you, so you can see how they are driving, you can see how they are thinking, and how they are solving problems on different situations on the road. So that was really important. A friend of mine, I did with two, a guy friend of mine and a female friend of mine, and that really helped. They will give you tips. You will see how confident they are. That really helps to boost your confidence. They are so relaxed, and you'll be sitting there thinking, if they can do it, I can do it. So do that. So I did that, and that really helped. So there are some of the things my instructor was not telling me, and this is to all instructors. So like, for example, when you're approaching a highway, you don't have to think about the gear first. Just speed up, and then because you have to drive on 80, already speed up, and then look if you can join, if it's safe to join the highway, and then indicate, and then join. And then when you have settled on the highway, you can adjust your gearbox. So it shouldn't be a stress. I was stressing when I was going to join the highway. I was okay, I have to go to gear number 3 and then gear number 4, and no, you can already go to gear number 3 and then speed up to 80, and then adjust your gear when you are already on the highway. And then when you're going for your so I went for my exams after that, and then I got my license. And during the exam, don't forget your ID. That's the first thing. And then during the exam itself, first they will give you a form to fill in how strong you are. It doesn't matter how you fill it in, but just fill it however you feel you are. You can give yourself 4 or 5. That doesn't really matter. and then you go to the road. They will tell you to read your number plate to see how good your eyesight is, and then you jump in the driving and yeah, do the things that you're supposed to do. They will ask you some questions about maybe the tire, or yeah, what is this, yeah. You have to know that that's what you learn in the theory, but keep yourself updated. Ask your driver instructor these questions: what is this, what is that, how deep should be the depth of your tire, yeah. Okay, and then yeah, first thing, put your safety belt, and then start the car, put it on the right gear, remove the handbrake and start driving. Do not forget to be safe. Look the 4 looks, so that is in front 1, and then to your left 2, and then to your right 3, and then over your shoulder 4. You have to show the teacher that you're really doing that, like literally you have to be like all the time, yeah, you have to do that even when you're driving on 30, especially when you're driving on a 30 kilometers per hour area. You have to really look, because you have to give the people coming from your right a priority. So when you're approaching somewhere where a car may come, you have to slow down and then look and then proceed. And then when you're approaching a roundabout, go on yeah, reduce your speed, go on the second gear, drive the 20 kilometers per hour is the recommended speed, and be safe before you join the roundabout. Check, is there a bicycle coming, is there other cars coming? You have to give them way and then proceed. And after the highway, after the roundabout, you have to adjust your speed to 50. And then when you are driving, you have to drive carefully, but not too slow. Yes, you have to if it is 50, you have to drive 50. If it is maximum speed is 80, you have to drive 80. If it is 100, you have to drive 100. It doesn't matter what the other people are doing. That is what you have to do, and that is what will show your driving examiner that you are good. You have confidence. You know what you're doing, and remember to just be safe. Yes, look. If there's someone parking, you have to give them way. Someone reversing, you have to give them way. Yeah. What else? Know what to do at the shark teeth. You have to go on a second gear. If there's something coming, you have to stop and give them way. If there's a stop sign, you have to stop no matter what. No matter if it is clear, you have to stop. What else? And then you will go to the highway, and then they will tell you to do some special maneuvers. Really watch YouTube videos for these special maneuvers. They really help. And then try to practice more and more in your driving during your driving lessons. Ask to do more and more, but they're called special maneuvers, like parking, stopping, parking with the behind in, parking with the front in, and all those things, making a U-turn. Have a good night's sleep before your exam. Be relaxed. I know it's difficult because there's someone sitting next to you judging you, so you're going to be nervous, but if you know what you're doing, if you're in the car, always think ahead. Don't just sit in the car and then you're told to drive. You're driving, you don't know where you're going. If they tell you, okay, you're going to go to the right, make sure you are on the most right lane to be able to make the right turn in time and not to obstruct other cars. Know what you're doing. Think ahead. No, am I approaching a roundabout? Am I approaching a highway? Am I approaching a shark teeth? What am I supposed to do? Am I approaching a curve? I have to go on the second gear and take it at a good speed, not too fast to go out of the road. So I hope you have enjoyed my video. I really wish you the best with your driving exam, and don't give up. If you have failed several times, keep going. You can do it. I believe in you. If everyone else did it, you also can do it. So cheers. I would like to hear your experiences, and good luck. Bye. Thanks for watching.